There we go. Hello, everybody at Facebook land. We are the Podguyz Podcast, bringing it to you live as we do every Monday, 10:15 Eastern Standard Time. We are 30 seconds late because
Late.
stupidity. Nom, 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 nom. Anywho. I'm losing my mind. I'm Tony Kaz.
Kevin Neary here.
Of course, we have the ever-loving Picasso. Les Sparky.
Sparky says hello.
I was gonna come up with a better entrance thing for him, and I'm like, we'll get this going. And I was sharing my lovely oldness to the guys here before pre-show, and I have a. Should I share my story? Is it funny enough?
I mean, I could summarize it real quick. So Tony is not in what you would call athletic shape for our non-viewers out there, for people that can't see
Kevin.
right now. Now, Tony is not an Olympic athlete. May I put it so lightly? Okay, he is not even a Special Olympics athlete. Okay, he is not really in a shape to do a 5K on a video game. All right, his fingers and his arms, they all get really tired most of the time. Even watching, I've seen him before watch Die Hard movies, not the first one, but the sequel. And he gets into a little bit of a sweat during the running scenes only. So let's just put it to this way. He walked outside, turned his foot a little bit, and flung forward like gravity didn't exist for a moment and landed in a weird.
I'm going to add my funny part in there because that part's not funny. That part's not funny.
That part's not funny? Okay, you flying forward like you're John Candy or something?
No. The fact that you led up with fat friendly and sausage fingers really.
First of all, those words never came out of my mouth.
Really worked out well for you, Kevin, because I'm going to tell you what.
Okay.
As I was exiting my car, I had my lunch in my hand. And of course, in my hand, what did I have, Kevin? That is the fan favorite of every fat guy out there. If you were thinking KFC...
Okay, so I'm guessing Tony had a full Thanksgiving turkey in his hand.
Damn, so close. KFC. I had KFC in my hands.
Oh, God.
A bucket.
Oh, you can't drop the bucket, man. Don't drop the bucket.
I had a bucket in my
I guarantee you sloppy Kevin from The Office bullshit. You took the goddamn KFC. You probably scooped that right up the snow back into the bucket.
And I licked that shit off the sidewalk.
You microwaved the fucking ground salt off of the goddamn thing. And you're like, well, where's that going to happen? It just cooks more salt in the goddamn chicken.
So there I am walking up my driveway. Everything's great and kosher. I'm just got out of the car, grabbed my KFC in a little plastic baggie. I'm like, oh, all right. I'll just walk right into my house, and there I am. Like it was like Home Alone, dude. I couldn't even make it up. I was like Home Alone, and instead of going backwards like this, I fell forward because I was trying to catch myself, and I did like a 360 with the bag. I smashed right into right into my shovels.
You saved the money. You saved the money maker, though. And
I saved the money maker, which was good.
There. Well, yeah. Tony, I hope that you learn how to walk correctly on the ice next time. Did you hit ice, or was that normal land?
It was gravy poured out of my leg. No, you know what? It was just a patch of ice on our step, and it was what it was.
It does happen as you grow older. Tony's 57 years old right now. You need to kind of watch your health and get a little bit, watch your every step of the way, sort of thing.
Yeah.
You have to be careful. It's just accidents happen, Tony. And no no bigger accident happened more than, oh, Jesus Christ. I'm looking at all these memes we keep posting on the Podguyz Podcast fan page, and these are all golden right now. So if you are not a fan of the Podguyz Podcast fan page, you are missing out big time of all of these fun memes that we keep throwing out there. Sparky is the meme creator live on the spot with the big board. Sparky's got something on the big board. I think he was there watching you, Tony, watching you flail around there. And look at that. It says, do not let the cat get the chicken. There's the cat. You tell that's the cat. Now, it kind of looks like a mouse, but you can tell it's a cat because it says meow right above the idea. Yeah. But yeah, meow is right there. Thank
you, Sparky. Thank you.
Did the cat get the chicken?
No. It's like I relived my memory though.
We have to touch on this. It's the Country Music Awards, the Grand Ole Opry or whatever. Did you see what happened there, Tony, or no?
I did not. What happened?
So there was Ellie King. She's a singer, and I guess she got on there. She did a tribute to Dolly Parton, but she was fucking hammered, as the Huffington Post puts it. Hammered out of her mind. And let me tell you guys, I'm here to tell you right now, I watched the performance, and for how much she drank or claimed to drink, I think she did an amazing job. I really do. I was waiting for a slur or for some kind of mess up in the song. Didn't really, big non-story sort of thing, in my opinion.
Well, tell me a little bit about it. I don't know anything about this story, so.
Okay, so here, she was kind of just facially drunk, but her voice was perfectly fine. Like, you could tell
perfectly on pitch.
You could tell there was something wrong with her after the song where she says, "I'm fucking wasted." And I'm like, okay, now you can tell. So I think that's when everybody got a little tricky on her or whatever.
I know you don't like him as a comedian, but Chris D'Elia does the best white girl wasted thing.
Oh God, who is that?
Chris D'Elia, comedian. Yeah. You don't know who Chris D'Elia is?
Nah, I'm not really.
Well, if you ever happen to watch his videos, he has this one video that's just called "White Girl Wasted."
Oh, Chris D'Elia. No, I'm familiar with him, and he's a pretty good performer. I've seen him on Rogan before.
He does some great stage work. Not necessarily stage work, but he does more crowd work than his actual material. All right, but
yeah, exactly. I mean. And it's okay to do a little bit of crowd work. I'll do crowd work from time to time, but I won't stay there for too long. I just like there's certain aspects like for younger comedians out there, I would try to give some advice. Don't take a poll. Okay, I always say don't take a poll. Hey guys, is anybody here?
Raise your hand.
Give me a round of applause if you're already signaling that you've lost their attention, and that's why you want their attention back. I caught myself doing that when I was in my 20s, and I'm like, I don't know why this isn't working, and I seem to only do it when I'm losing attention. Sparky has got some big board news right there. It's like a Fox graphic that we couldn't afford, but we have it live. We'll do it live. Go ahead, Sparky.
Rolling live with Sparky John Nealon.
I am going to get lit from 9 to 5. Here you go, dear. Have some chicken. Look at that. Dolly Parton brought some of Tony's chicken right there.
Yes. Thank you, Dolly.
You know what they say, Sparky? I thought you were going to go somewhere else with that. Like, it's 9 to 5 somewhere. I'm thinking of that area.
You know Dolly Parton's favorite fried chicken is, don't you?
I'm gonna just assume it's the breast.
Yes.
The two biggest breasts.
The two biggest breasts.
Yeah, I notice, and her second favorite chicken is the black cock. He's sort of just through the thing right there, and there we go. I got my.
No, not the throbbing red.
God almighty. So Tony, there's rumors right now that if the Kansas City Chiefs win the Super Bowl, Travis Kelce might retire and live happily ever after with Taylor Swift.
Yes, that is the rumor. He's already struck them down repeatedly, I guess through certain interviews, and he said, "No, I'm not interested in retiring. I'm not interested in retiring."
Well, you know what? It's not a thing. It is not a thing until you come on the Podguyz podcast and talk about it.
Need to make it socially accurate.
No one's going to believe you. Speaking of people that have stolen from us in the last couple of days, Tony, we have been the inspiration for other people's comedy. People have been taking your and my impression of Stephen Hawking at Epstein Island.
It's true.
Everywhere you look, guys.
Here's the guy, the founder of many mathematical. That's what we're going to call it. We're going to call it mathematical inquiries.
He's a mathematician.
He's a mathematician, so he has mathematical inquiries in science, in physics, in aerodynamics. He's got many different hypotheses. The only thing evading him, women. Yeah.
Well, wait a second. He's dead, so everything is evading him right now. Isn't it terrible that he's dead? He can't walk now. I mean, well, hold on now. He can't talk. Well, and he can't live his life to the fullest being dead because he's dead. Listen, Stephen Hawking was a weird guy. Did you hear that he used to go to strip clubs and just pay for strippers to rub in his face?
Yes.
Rub up on him and stuff.
Yeah.
Because he couldn't move, but he could feel that he couldn't move, so he could still feel.
Yeah.
He could move at all because he wasn't like born that way. He's just eventually.
And look, we're not kink shaming. Him in any way.
No, you know what? In fact, it's more of a salute to the dancers who had to subject themselves to the volunteerness of his robot voice that they probably still hear in their fucking sleep right now. Like, oh, rub it.
Work on my knob.
Yeah. Yeah, thank God he didn't have autocorrect on that fucking thing, where it's just like, duck you. Oh, duck me.
Excuse me, I need to put on protection.
Seriously, they had to have had software that was a little bit more human sounding after.
You would think more advanced. You would think, and all of the people that he knows, all of the scientific endeavors that he has done in his life, there would be anybody that could give him a new voice.
You don't want him being like, you want him trying out the voices and then you're hearing the voices before they even upload it into his little system, being like, I sound like a freak that way. It's like, pal, you sound like a fucking robot right now.
You sound like a sex robot now.
You sound like the first ever movie phone, Oh God, for people.
Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, baby. Oh,
they don't.
That's what Daddy likes. Yeah. That's what Daddy likes. Touch it longer.
Touch it, nice. Yeah, well, Tony, they have big news today too, or actually, yesterday was the bigger news. They
have news. There's news.
Ron DeSantis dropped out of the GOP primary. He says there is no path to victory for him after Donald Trump won in Iowa by a massive amount. Yeah. Nikki Haley is claiming to be the blackest Republican in all-time history. But yeah, Ron DeSantis, your reaction to Ron DeSantis dropping out, Tony. I know you are very sad about that. You were planning.
You know what? Here's a guy that thought he had a chance, and he was all gung ho about it, and he couldn't win the first caucus.
They asked him to do.
I'm out.
They asked him to do like some simple stuff. They're like, "Hey, Ron, can you smile?" And he's like, eh. And they're like, "Could you do it without looking like you're feeling pain during it? Like, what the fuck is going on with this guy?"
Hey, like, maybe you can answer questions. How about logical A to B to C questions? That would be great.
He wrote the anti-woke bill in Florida, which basically tells everybody they're not going to talk about homosexuality to kindergartners. even though the one idea was we need to start talking to our children about people who are different at a younger age because they will be able to normalize it a lot quicker. But it's the weirdest thing. You bring up what to teach children, and everyone's like, yes, you know what? I don't even remember how I learned how to read because I was so young. And it's got to be a better idea to teach people things that are younger. And they're like, okay, so we're going to teach them about sex. And they're like, you mean you're going to fuck my kid? It's like, whoa.
Whoa, that escalated.
You can't, exactly. You cannot talk about, you can't bring up sex and kindergarten in the same area because mothers, fathers are used to having their kids at home for so long. And then they send them out there to a school that they trust with other kids. And you don't know how those other kids are going to interact with your kid. Your kid's a jerk at home. You don't want them rubbing the kid the wrong way or whatever. And if you go tell them about that kind of stuff, God knows how they're, all the things that run through parents' minds, Tony. How would you feel if little Hunter was given the talk to and at the age of kindergarten?
I not necessarily the upsetting thing, but it's a separation of sexual awareness and doesn't even belong in the education world. To pass on whatever beliefs you have to a younger generation that is more like a sponge to absorb everything that you're projecting.
Yeah, that, and you know what? You don't want your kid knowing more about the clitoris than you do. Okay? That's the last thing you want.
That's true. That's true.
For your kid, you're fucking your wife, and your kid walks in, and then instead of being shocked, they say, "Dad, you're eating mom out the wrong way."
Yeah.
They give you pointers. And you say, "Get out of here, little know-it-all! Get the fuck out of here!"
Now, for those of you that are out there,
that was a long with that joke. I'm sorry.
Not it. For those of you that are out there,
he's got his hand over his head. He's fucking, Spark, are you drawing that right now? You better not be.
You better. I'm just saying in general. In my younger days, when I was with a girl, and she had a daughter who
you told this story before online.
Have I? Okay, good. So it's not something new.
No.
But she had walked in on us. Oh yeah, like right there. And I turned around and I was like, "Oh shit! What are we gonna do?" And she's like, "What are you doing on my mommy?" And I'm like, "Oh God, no!
Take her to the
down. Me and your mommy are wrestling. Go back to bed." So therefore, wrestling in every household in America.
I've been trying to relate people to there's three things that are practically the same: religions, politics, and wrestling. Because religion
involved in all three of them.
Now, wrestling, although it's fake, you really have to be determined to do it. Politics, although it's bullshit, you have to be determined to do it. Religion, although it's bullshit, you have to be determined to get up every day and read out of the same dogma every fucking day if you're a priest, and go to church if you want to go to church, your mass, or attend mass or whatever. It's basically the same stuff, but in hot new hip-hop.com, Tony Kaz posts on the Podguyz Podcast fan page, which, by the way, if you're digging what I'm wearing right now, I have the big microphone on the shirt. You can go to merchbooth.com, go to the podcast section, scroll on down to the Podguyz Podcast. We are right next to the Popco Project. Hit the Podguyz Podcast button there, where you will find all your Podguyz Podcast gear that you can purchase from merchbooth.com. Merchbooth.com. Not just merchandise, it's a booth as well. I don't know. Anyways, Drake calls Yazin Bey, am I saying that right?
Yazin Bey
a crackhead after finding details of Bey's alleged former marriage to Toronto woman. Wait a second. So I don't even know who Yazin Bey is, Tony. What is going on there?
So Drake is in a feud with Yazin Bey following Bey's comments about Drizzy's music being compatible with shopping.
What does a Canadian feud look like when Wisconsin neighbors fight, when they start cleaning each other's car off and cutting each other's grass? You know,
Might be.
There, I put your kids through college for you. You're like, I heard you were having trouble getting your wife pregnant. I helped you out there. You know, it's like, I don't know.
Now, obviously, Kevin, the Canadian megastar, you know what? He does not like this, and as we previously reported, he has a response to the legend. He has a response to the legend. Now, however, it seems like things are getting much more personal. The artist found that We Love Hip Hop podcast episode in which Toronto music executive Kofi Friday Carmichael spoke on Bey's history in the city. In fact, Carmichael detailed the time Bey married a woman from Toronto after meeting her for just one weekend. So apparently, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. But Canadians are super nice.
Okay, I'm going to give Yazin Bey some credit on this. Beginning of the article starts off like this. Drake is in a feud with Yazin Bey following Bey's comment saying that Drizzy's music is being compatible with shopping.
Yeah.
Shopping music. Like, you go to a grocery store and it's kind of close.
It's true.
How about you, Sparky?
Well, you get to pick and choose. That's what it is.
I mean, I'm not going to say anything about the shorty is because I'm going to stay respectful, but he met a shorty out here and she wrapped his mind up. Carmichael detailed. Oh, my God. And therefore, you knew it. Wedding bells, right to City Hall, blah, blah, blah. We wish you the best, Drake. We honestly wish you the best. But, if you're calling somebody a crackhead while doing cocaine, you're also a crackhead. Because if not for cocaine, we wouldn't have crack.
Now, Drake was recently in an interview with that girl that's super boring. I forget her name, but she does a podcast where she's just very monotone and like.
Oh, yeah, the little blondie girl. Yeah,
I forget her name. Anyways, she's the flavor of the week, and thank God her shit is long gone. Boring.
Common, did you see this? Common says he's the marrying type as he goes public with Jennifer Hudson's romance. Critics are calling this uncommon.
Uncommon.
Yeah, I'm sticking the landing on that one.
Yeah.
Uncommon.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah. Emma Stone could be a Jeopardy contestant in a heartbeat, says host Ken Jennings, who wants to fuck her. Okay, yeah, that was a quick one, right? Todd Bowles has awkward explanation for why Buccaneers didn't call final timeout versus Lions. He says, I wanted to get the fuck out of Detroit. Who wants to stay around that depression of a city?
Can't even drink the water there.
No, you can't. You can't, and your players are on Gatorade anyways, but
well, yeah.
It's Floridians wait to see which version of Ron DeSantis returns from the presidential campaign trail. The Ron DeSantis version or his twin brother who is racist and anti-gay. We all know that guy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Evil twin.
They're both named Ron, though, because their parents are like, listen, we're not fucking.
No, he goes straight to Ronald. Who are you today? I'm Ronald DeSantis.
Ronald DeSantis, yeah. Yeah, the 50 Cent is the latest celebrity to look different. So they are now claiming that 50 Cent has a clone out there. So they're basically calling him counterfeit.
That's pretty solid.
That's so bad.
Hey, our favorite guy
everybody that might not like these cheesy jokes right now, I'm making these up right on the spot. So fuck off,
Our two favorite people are in the news back to back, right?
Who's that?
Kanye and Madonna.
Yeah, I know Kanye and Madonna are back in the news. They're doing their thing, man. What is Kanye in the news for? Is he?
What? And we love Kanye, I wish you would come on this show.
You
I
have to
would
come
love
on.
it. I would love it. I want you to stand up for yourself. I want you to be the bigger person and show everyone your creative genius.
I would love
show.
it. I would love it right now. Tony,
Invitation right out there.
I would love it right now if the window behind you started to open up and a shrub man just came in and fucking ninja killed you.
I'm here, motherfucker.
Quick, somebody help Tony. We're live right now. Call the cops.
Now, Kanye, of course, is he's a fashion icon. But there are certain things that just shouldn't have conspired to be so. So Kanye wears bizarre clown shoes, while his wife Bianca Censori looks like she's about to go scuba diving.
I already know why he wore clown shoes. I already know it. You know, he was just like, I'm not going out and letting people from Adidas spies out there. I'm not letting Adidas spies steal my next shoe idea. So he put on a pair of clown shoes.
He spray painted clown shoes.
You know what Adidas is going to do anyways? They're still going to make a pair of clown shoes.
Oh, yeah. They're
still going to do it.
Now, just recently, I think it was about a week ago, he ended up getting himself a pair of $850,000 platinum teeth. Platinum teeth.
Okay.
I don't know if they're dentures or if they're some sort of, implant or whatever. But they're very, very comparable to the 007 villain Jaws in the original series. They look metal, they're shiny, they're silver.
I think he wanted to Kanye is a father, so we all know how fathers try to have the nicest grill. He's got the most expensive grill right now between all the rappers.
That's true. So Kanye West kept his brand new $850K jaw dentures under wraps as he stepped out with his wife Bianca Censori on Thursday. In a photos obtained exclusively by DailyMail.com, the couple were magnets for attention as they headed to Melrose tanning together, hand in hand. Sparky, you better have a picture of them at the tanning booth.
I'm working on something even better.
So it goes like this: them hand in hand, her in a PVC sweatsuit, him with the clown shoes and the shiny grill, the platinum grill, hand in hand to go get tanned.
So, is Kanye just doing it for the heat?
That's my question.
It's it's my question.
Yeah, who's getting tanned?
It was your nudging. You fucking nudged just a little bit there.
Well, little push of the button,
Yeah.
Well, little.
I think it's something you truly wanted to ask. Yeah, God. I don't know, man. You see, the thing is, Kanye West right now is trying to recreate his marriage that failed through Kim Kardashian. It's the general consensus. And it's tough. It's tough watching all of this go down. But what's even tougher to lay your eyes on is Sparky's big board. So check out Sparky's big board right now. He said he was brewing up something real nice right now. So Sparky, flip that board around. We'll see what the fuck is going on. Behold, my new Bushline clothes modeled by our new spokeswoman, Madonna.
Oh, look at that. All natural.
And Sparky, who is that necromancer looking figure right there?
Bianca Censori.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, she looks like South Park slave man right there. Kanye West from the gay fish thing doing the Mr. Garrison, Mr. This is my wife, Mrs. Slave. Okay, Kanye, what the fuck is going on, man? Are you all right?
Oh, good times right there. Thank you, Sparky. Anywhoozy, yeah, getting on to Madonna. Madonna's been making the news lately, and she was in it. She's in it to win it. Oh man, I'm trying to find the interview. Where are you? Where is she?
What does she need to win? I don't get it. What she's already won though, right? She's pretty wealthy and famous.
I don't know if she's what she's doing. Oh, dang it.
What is this show, Sister Wives, Tony? I'm trying to figure it out. It sounds like something incesty. Am I right?
So yes and no.
Okay, is the person who is the sister the brother, the wife of the brother?
No, so Sister Wives is a show about a guy that takes on many different wives because he's Mormon. And they call themselves,
okay, all right.
Yeah, and they call themselves.
So they turn themselves into like a sisterhood.
Yeah.
Oh well, that's
now they've all divorced since.
I want to watch a reality show where there's like literally full incest and they don't really feel like there's anything ever wrong with it.
Yeah, they've all divorced since then. By the way,
I want to watch a show that it's like all incest and they're having kids that have nothing genetically wrong with them, and you're like, whoa, damn it! There's another one, nothing wrong with it. That might be.
Oh, there she is. Oh, okay. So, yeah, Madonna's in the news, and she's being sued by fans after showing up hours late for a concert. Apparently, the 65-year-old pop icon is currently embarking on her 40th anniversary tour. I thought it was 140th, to be honest.
She is
packing out venues across the globe.
And Madonna's had, I swear, throughout the 80s, 90s, and 2000s, that is the 80s, the 90s, she's had a solid 25, 30-year career.
Yeah.
We're 20 years past that point right now. And people are complaining that she's lip syncing. Oh, she doesn't move. She's not even dancing right. I'm thinking to myself, fuck you, dude, she's 70. What are you, crazy?
She's 70. She has a replacement hip.
Yeah, you want her to twerk like half of her joints and bones aren't on Bayer aspirin?
There she is, barely hanging on to a pole like this.
Yeah, she doesn't even use lube for sex anymore. She uses ointment and shit, like she's old.
There's a lot of clicking in the background, and it's just her joints.
People are like, hey, did you see Madonna's boobs? Like, dude, you're fucking go jerk off to your grandma while you're at it. What's wrong?
Yeah.
I think she's trying to provide her fans with a world tour experience the best that she can. She's being sued right now. You saw that, right? She's being sued right now for showing up late for some concerts. And I'm sorry, sometimes you need a nap midday. Even at they should just give her, never mind, Madonna, don't take naps anymore. Don't be late for concerts. Just do crystal meth all day and all night.
Apparently the two gentlemen
that were at the concert.
These two late night refugees that went to the Madonna concert and got inconvenienced. Michael Fellows and Jonathan Hayden.
Okay.
They allege that the Vogue singer didn't take to the stage at Brooklyn's Barclays Center until 10:45.
Man.
10:45. That's 2 hours and 15 minutes later than the scheduled 8:30 start time.
Did she have any openers or no?
I don't know. I don't know, to be honest. As a result of the apparent delayed start, the show did not conclude until 1 o'clock in the morning, which left fans with limited public transportation, limited ride-sharing options, or increased public and private transportation costs at that late an hour. Now, apparently that puts it in quite a pickle. So the lawsuit goes on to claim that the late starts constitute a wanton exercise in false advertising, negligent misrepresentation, and unfair and deceptive trade practices. And as the concert took place on a Wednesday evening, the lawsuit also claims that many people who attended the concert had to get up early for work the next day. Oh no!
All right. Well, I got some news for you. She's not going to have a problem selling out a concert, whether you don't come to her concert. Just the way it's going to be.
Yeah.
What I would suggest to Madonna, get an opening act and tell them to play fucking for an hour set, 2 hour set. Hey, you know what? She can even tell them to fuck off and get a DJ. You know, she can get I've done that before for shows where it's just like, you don't know when comedians are going to show up sometimes. It's a throw together show anyways. And, but you do the DJ idea because then at least there's music, there's background music, there's something for people to do and congregate around and then you now have a DJ to bring up music for the comedian. So that way everyone's kind of more excited over the idea. That's just, but if you're just letting people drink $30 beers for 2 hours at a time,
yeah.
And then they're like, I can't even have fun, sort of thing, Yeah. And
Kevin, this becomes a little more petty.
Oh, how petty.
Yeah, the lawsuit alleges that Fellows and Hayden had suffered actual harm, physical harm.
Are you serious?
Due to the late start, which included, but are not limited to, annoyance, harassment,
not harm,
time, frustration, and anger.
Anger.
That is all their physical harm.
I like, these have to be two lawyers right here.
Yeah.
These are not just two normal guys. These are two very angry lawyers. And I would just tell both of these guys, they have to pick their fights accordingly. This is Madonna you're dealing with. She can counter sue you for giving her a sexual look and calling it harassment if they want to play the game of ping pong and bullshit. It's a frivolous lawsuit. These obviously it's not the most ethical thing to do when you're entertaining fans, especially when you're on the level of Madonna, right?
Of course.
Again, opening act. We don't know if there was one or if there wasn't one. If you're just packing people in a room, and telling them to pay $30 for $30 for a beer, not providing anything for anybody, it's as annoying as an airport can make it. But yeah, it's and that's only you notice this happened for every concert that Guns N' Roses had. Okay.
Now, Kevin, I'm going to stop you for 1 second.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Because this is going to go to our next picture, Sparky. I hope you're ready. A statement from her talent manager says, Guy Osiri, at the time, on Saturday, June 24th, Madonna developed a serious bacterial infection, which led to a several-day stay in the ICU. Draw that up.
Where was this concert being held, Tony?
In the Barclays Center in New York, Brooklyn.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Brooklyn then, right?
I'm sorry?
Brooklyn then.
Brooklyn, New York. Yep. It went on that her health is improving. However, she is still under medical care. A full recovery is expected, of course.
So Madonna had a bacterial infection.
A bacterial infection, yes.
I don't know why.
I mean, a bacterial.
I don't know why I'm saying that with such a mischievous grin on my face. So, it's a
horrible situation. Horrible.
Do they describe which?
They do not. Zero.
Which part of the bacteria was coming from? No.
But we can only imagine here on the Podguyz podcast.
You know what? I'm going to just guess that they would show a picture of where that bacteria came from to the guys who are suing her, and they would run away in fear because, the bacteria probably is seeping out to find those two gentlemen and kill them right now, for all we know.
That would be interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not talking about any kind of bacteria here, Tony. We were talking about Madonna's bacteria.
Yeah. Yes.
It is some supernatural shit going on.
Supernatural, spooky poltergeist.
These guys, as soon as they try to sue Madonna, they're going to have dreams of the bacteria. And, it's just going to riddle. They're going to be found like this, like some scary movie. Just
riddled with pustules. Riddled.
Some Danny Glover looking detective is going to come in there and be like, I've never seen anything like this in my 30 years.
In all my years, I've never seen extraterrestrial shit like this.
God. Sparky, I think you have a picture of what that bacteria kind of looks like, because Sparky is a connoisseur of what has been going on with Madonna. He is her publicist that she never asked for.
I'm assuming it looks like the COVID-19 virus, but it's a replicant. Turn that thing around, Sparky.
Turn it around. We got it. Oh my God. Okay. Madonna has a bacterial infection. We need an old priest and a young priest.
I like the fact that the second priest is holding tea bags.
For our non-viewing audience out there, it kind of looks like The Exorcism, but instead of pea soup coming out of the mouth, it looks like pea soup is coming out from between two legs of the stick figure while Madonna lays on a bed, because there is the devilish bacteria is down there. Madonna's bacteria infection. We need an old priest and a young priest. So,
perfect, Sparky. Perfect.
Yeah,
she'll be back on her feet in no time.
Oh my God, that was the funniest one I've ever seen.
It's like a skunk spray.
Lady, that's going on a fucking t-shirt.
Yeah,
so,
it is.
We have been working on the Podguyz Podcast website, so you can customize your own t-shirt with our several logos. If you are an artist out there and you want to contribute to our logo design of the Podguyz Podcast, feel free to do so. If your design sells, we'll cut you in on some of the profits, which there will be profits if people like your design. You can put your artist name right on the bottom of the design too, and just get in contact with either myself, Tony, or our wonderful email address that will pop up on Sparky's screen right there as soon as he starts listening from the delay part. There we go.
There we are. There he is.
Gmail.com.
Yeah.
So Madonna's not having a good time, is what you're saying.
No, not a good time at all. Apparently, her bacterial infection knocked her off her feet and apparently killed two priests in the process.
No.
But it's an inconvenience to the two Brooklyn gentlemen who have better things to do than to go to a Madonna concert till 1 o'clock in the morning because they have jobs and families.
Michael Phelps and his wife had a baby. Did you see that?
I did not. Congratulations.
Now, this is the sixth baby. Now, they had 7 babies, but the first baby, they had a natural birth in a river. Unfortunately, it swam away.
Oh, Oh,
Yeah, they
good.
never found it after that. It's
Yeah,
gone.
water wings.
Yeah. Well, that's just what you get when it's in your genes,
Yeah, of course. Yeah, professional swimmer right out the womb.
Yeah. Now, police were just like, never mind, we'll never catch him.
Yeah, we'll never get him. He's in another country by now.
Oh, God. Sarah Ferguson, Duchess of New York, shares melanoma diagnosis in other white people news.
I know, right? That's like the whitest thing I think I've heard all week.
That is the only white
Pauly
disease
Shore.
out there. I'm sorry to say, but it's the most curable cancer we have.
Yeah.
Really? And just for white people, that's curable. Actually, asshole cancer, or colon cancer as you know it as, also pretty curable.
That's the whitest thing I've heard all week besides Pauly Shore playing Richard Simmons.
I think he's gonna do really great with that movie. I like the short that he has out there. I think that it's very respectful to what Richard Simmons has been doing with his life. Richard Simmons, for all that you don't know, he was a workout guru. He's kind of a little wacky of a guy. His energy is so positive, though. There's no way you can make fun of Richard Simmons and he would laugh along with you. Okay,
he is fabulously flamboyant.
Well, absolutely, Tony. That's a perfect way to put it. But yeah. You agree, though, right, Tony? You could make fun of him to his face, and he would laugh and say, "That's the funniest thing. I sound just like that." But as he has grown older, I think he's gotten a little bit more irritable.
Tiny bit.
Where now he just wants to live a private life, and he doesn't want anything done in the spotlight.
Who wants their business up on the screen? Nobody.
He did for the longest time. He did. He had the workout videos. He had people on screen. He was there as a constant inspiration to others wanting to lose weight. So that way one day they don't fall forward with KFC flailing around for a little while a cat almost mauls them and takes all of their KFC food. You wouldn't know anything about that, Tony, right?
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Anyways, he was sweating with the oldies for the longest time. And he was just he never married. That's the weirdest thing.
Interesting.
Never found that right gal is what I like to say.
Or gentleman, whatever.
Oh, Tony, I don't think he was that type.
No, you don't think so?
No. Richard Simmons may have worn short shorts, but if you look in the videos, he's surrounded by women.
Not all the time now.
Oh, all the time. Women love him. Now, with that much enthusiasm from the opposite sex, there is absolutely no way I could assume that he is what you are saying he is. But if he is, let him be that way as well. I'll give you maybe bisexual, but he doesn't strike me as that kind of guy.
Now, I know he's been a big supporter of.
Wait, are you saying he sucks a dick or something? I swear to God, if you are an insensitive. No, go ahead, Joe.
Wow. I mean, he's not like Jason Biggs or anything, but he's.
Yeah. Apparently, Jason Biggs was doing a lot of stuff with the pie action.
He did a lot of stuff with a lot of things with a lot of people. With a regular sex worker that would come to their house while his wife would sit in the corner fapping. Just fapping away on some crisps and chips.
Oh, Lord.
So question, and I'm not here to kink shame. We're not here to kink shame.
I am.
Once again, we're not here.
This is all I'm here to do. I got up today, I yawned. I'm like, all right. Yeah. Whose kink can I shame today?
So here it is, Jason Biggs, of course, star of American Pie. The pie fucker.
See, that's the thing, though. The movie that was so popular and everybody just like overlooks the idea that he could have some sexual prowls on the way.
Well, he's got a I don't know if he's got a kink or she's got a kink, but
I have to bring this up. I posted this on the Podguyz podcast. Okay. the old Hardee's commercial of how to deal with a customer, right? Now, this woman, she's perfect. The customer, by the way, perfectly normal. And it just kind of sounds weird, right? So she says, every time I come in here, I order a burger without mustard. My child hates mustard. So I make sure I accommodate him by telling your employees I don't want mustard. And every time, including this last time, they keep putting mustard on it. Now, can I just have my money back? This last time, they didn't put anything on it but mustard. And then the lady's like, hey, I'm sorry about your, situation. Your kid doesn't like mustard. That's totally you. I'm not only going to give you your money back, but I'm going to make another burger too. And the woman's like, no, just the money'd be fine. Thinking to myself, good for you. You know they're going to give you a burger with mustard on it.
They're going to mess you up.
You already know that's going to happen.
See, just like KFC, grease the bag for me. Hardee's mustered her up. They must muster the.
What are you gonna use the old joke? They should be putting custardy. Right?
Yeah, custardy and the mustardy. Whatever.
Part 2 of season 2 is coming up of Invincible, that show that your brother got me into.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Really good show. I mean, I think that the parts that are bad I can ignore, right? And the parts that are good are overwhelmed. So it's not a perfect show by any means. On its worst point, it's about a 5 out of 10. On its best point, it hits a solid 7. So it's right in range to be an above average show. They're only doing 3 seasons, Tony. And you know my rule. There is no such thing as better than 3 seasons of any TV show.
Yeah.
There's just Can
I get back on this Jason Big thing?
Yeah. Back on the
kind of overskipped it. We overskipped it. You went off on a tangent. You were trying to get the Hardee's thing in there. So apparently in this whole conversation, they had an interview with The View. Of course, Joy Behar had asked Michael or Jason Biggs.
Wait, hold on. He went on The View to talk.
Oh yeah.
Not daytime TV talk.
Yeah, definitely not daytime TV talk. In the star was extremely candid about his sex life. So much that he admitted to once, he says once, having sex with a hooker arranged by his wife, Jenny Mullen. She hired a sex worker for her husband, all while she ate crisps in the corner and watched the whole thing. As you do in that relationship. Now, attempting to keep it PG for viewers, Biggs explained, I didn't have a good time in the end. So there was a lot of pressure build up from her watching in the corner. But if she wasn't there, oh man, it was game time. So, he says it took 3 ladies over the course of 3 different days. Let's just say I didn't complete the mission. My wife found the whole thing to be quite hysterical, even while it was happening. So,
I mean, as long as her feelings weren't hurt and they can keep that as a thing that they like to do together. But man, it's got to be a slow news week when The View's like talking to Jason Biggs, cucking his wife. That's what he's doing, right? Is that the exact definition where he's like, hey, honey, you know how you said no woman would love to have sex with me?
Oh, yeah.
I said, no. I said no woman would enjoy having sex with you. And he's like, oh, yeah, I found a woman who said that she is already wet and ready.
Yeah, it's Joy Behar, by the way.
She says, I got to see this. And he says, well, come on in. She says,
He's like, oh, you're having a snack? Bring it in too.
He says, hold on, I need a bag of chips for this. She brought the small.
Yeah, let me grab my popcorn.
Yeah, she just brought like a small bag of Lay's chips because she figured, I'll still have some left over by the time he's done. So Sparky was actually in the bedroom while this was going on. While somebody's got to talk to Jason Biggs' wife while he's having sexual relations with another woman. Sparky flipped that big board around there. Shows what it kind of looked like there. Have fun while I have my Lays. And oh my God, look at that. Is Madonna on top of Jason Biggs right there going green. Oh, he's screaming, it burns.
It burns.
You can see the pain on the stick figure's eyes right there. That's great. And she's obviously the square bag, right? The square thing that the other person's holding is the bag of chips. And Sparky, great depiction right there.
Apparently, it doesn't smell like pie. Good times. Good times.
No, it doesn't smell like
It does not smell like pie.
It doesn't. Oh God, it's like warm apple pie. What? Yeah. No, those were the.
Hey, your buddy Post Malone's in the news too. Or actually, not he's not in the news, but his 70-year-old fiance, 70-year-old secret lover.
Oh, we talked about that last week.
No, we didn't.
We did.
No, we definitely did not.
Okay, all right. Yeah, the woman that got catfished by Post Malone impersonator, who seemed to be a Jamaican man robbing a little old lady. She's convinced that she is engaged to him.
Yeah, to Post Malone.
She got pre-Maloned.
She got actor Malone. She got Maloned.
Right. It's sad to see when people get catfished like that. I mean, it's it is. She's old too, and old people are very. The older you get, the wiser you are, but the more you'll believe about anything.
But Kevin, she thinks she's engaged.
Well, she might be.
To somebody.
Not to Post Malone though.
Yeah. Just somebody in general.
She's like, I give him $200 a week.
I sent him $200 and he sent me a fake ring.
You know that whoever's ripping her off is just like, Darnell, I don't know where you're getting this money from. And he's like, I told you, I'm ripping off some white woman. I told her I was Post Malone. She's like, you don't sound a thing like Post Malone though.
Where he's coming up with the Jamaican accent. He's like, yes, I do, man.
Yeah. He took the Miss Cleo. Took the Miss Cleo how to rip somebody off class, and she teaches them accents on day one, and that's all he could afford.
You know who I be? I be the Post Malone. It's not even a good Jamaican accent. It's more Italian.
Yeah. I be the Post Malone.
I'm Post Malone.
I'm here in the Jamaica, man.
Oh, he sounds like a great Jamaican.
I'm here with my friend Mickey Mouse.
Oh, stop it.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah, by the way, that's Mickey Mouse here in the studio with us. That's right, boys and girls. Hello, everyone.
Yeah, we can do that now without getting sued anymore. Because if there's one thing Disney likes to do is
Steamboat Willie, by the way. What else we got on the old menu there?
Marie Osborne unveils perfect realistic doll she got son Matthew for Christmas. And this has a creep factor to it there, Tony. In People magazine about an hour ago, Marie Osborne unveils the perfect realistic doll she got son Matthew for Christmas. Osborne has also previously commissioned dolls of her brother Donny Osmond, Oprah Winfrey, and Elvis Presley as children. So when I was designing and sculpting dolls for 25 years, I designed a doll for each of my children. The singer 64 wrote in the caption of Carousel of photos shared on Instagram Monday. Well, I don't know what happened, but I never designed one for my son Matthew. So I fixed that this Christmas. Just when Matthew thought he was going to get away with a normal life there. boy, oh boy, she fucking roped her. She said, "Hey, Mormon, and here's a fucking weird doll of what you used to look like when you were a child." She went on to explain that she commissioned her friend doll designer Karen Scott to create the doll for Matthew Richard Blazel, 24, whom shares with her ex-husband Brian Blazel. Wow, a Mormon gets divorced, she is officially a black sheep. And here's a picture of him with the doll, and look at that. Look at that wonderful picture of him, and he's holding the doll.
He's a good-looking guy, sure. Yeah.
He's that doll is supposed to resemble him when he was a child, though, Tony. If no, I'm not sure if that's really walking the line of caring and creepy. Like, hey, remember when you were a child? Vaguely, yeah, I remember. So do I. Holy shit! So Tony,
he's not supposed to be within 500 feet of any children.
Yeah, like, does that sound like when your kid turns in his 20s, does that sound like a gift you would give Hunter, where you're like, hey, Hunter, I made them, like, you would taxidermy it to a degree, I guess. I don't know how it would work.
It's like me making a pop Funko figure of myself and then being like, here, son, it is an older you.
Now, you make a good point, though, because it is kind of like, you're making a little, that's like cartoonish kind of doll.
Sure.
This is a long.
Not.
It is, but not exactly. Kind of is. I don't know. It's just
weird. It's weird.
It feels like a weird. It feels like a weird spot right there. And to wrap things up, Nikki Haley. Have you seen this stuff, Tony?
I don't know. I had one better story to wrap up rather than Nikki Haley.
Yeah. Fuck her.
Yeah, fuck.
2024.
Oh, Sparky, this one's going to deliver a picture for you. So a headline in Lad magazine, or Lad Bible actually, reads, "Boy mauled by shark at luxury aquarium. Walk with the shark's adventure." Now, this particular this whole article just stinks of everything that you should not do at a zoo, an aquarium, petting zoo, fucking people's houses. Don't mess with animals. Don't mess with animals.
Give us the play-by-play.
So a shark attraction at a luxury resort in the Bahamas. And by the way, it's called Atlantis Resort. So if you've ever been there, they have such a thing that they've been doing for years that's called swimming with the sharks. And when this
it's not as dangerous as the ride by Bruce Springsteen called Dancing in the Dark.
Dancing in the Dark, yeah.
This is swimming with the sharks, Tony?
Swimming with the sharks, yeah. So a 10-year-old child, 10 years old, at this Atlantis resort, had been participating in an expedition in a shark tank. Now, according to the Royal Bahama Police Force, the incident occurred around 4 o'clock local time on Monday, with the boy taken to the hospital and described as being in a stable condition after being bitten on his right leg. Now, according to ABC News, the boy was then airlifted from the hospital in the Bahamas back to Maryland for further care, with him making the journey at around 10:40 p.m. local time yesterday. Now, this is very well written, by the way. Like, they have names, facts, figures, dates, times. They have it all. They also report that the Atlantis Bahamas resort on Paradise Island has since removed references to shark-related activities from their website and has suspended, henceforth, shark-related activities at the resort. Go figure. Figure one bite and,
I'm confused right now. So, okay. The movie Jaws. If they just wanted to this feels like the mayor would be right in the movie Jaws, where he's just like, "Oh, call it a resort. We'll have the shark bite people. Fucking have the kids pet them."
Just go swimming right in there.
What are you talking about, Mayor? That sounds dangerous. No. Listen, hear me out now. Eventually, the sharks will get tired of eating children. I mean,
No, it's not the first or the last time that they've ever had an experience like that. But we have, according to the Bahamas Atlantis Resort, we have begun a thorough internal investigation in the sharks.
who is the fucking CEO of this goddamn thing? Did Richard Dreyfuss?
Now we're putting two and two together here. We're popping it together, right? So we've begun a thorough internal investigation and are fully cooperating with the authorities. Incidents like this involving interactions with marine life, even with the species of shark included in the experience, which rarely never bite, are rare and never acceptable. We've been operating this experience since 2006 and have never had a guest-related incident occur.
Now that's impressive. That is very impressive right there. By the way, who is the insurance adjuster that walked through the idea with them? Where they said, "I'm sorry, what do you need insurance here for?" And they're like, "Listen, we want to have a resort." That sounds perfectly fine. Yeah, specifically shark-based. Real sharks that children can touch at any given moment.
Yeah.
I mean, since 2006, they have a pretty good track record. That's about 18 years full of no shark bites.
18 years.
So I guess this is kind of proven that the more humans are around sharks, the more sharks can kind of familiarize themselves with the idea. This might have been an older shark. Maybe if the kid was a different color, the shark was racist. You can never really tell.
That's true. He may have bathed himself in KFC.
Tony, apparently, I mean, scientists have proven that the great white sharks, the great white privilege sharks, the great white privilege,
sharks,
great white power sharks, right?
Yeah.
They are only, the racist sharks out there.
Yeah.
Now, the Makos, not so much. They're Italian.
Instead of Klansmen, they're just Finmen.
Have the same triangle thing.
Yeah, it's just a triangle. Witnesses to the shark attack told today that they saw the shark hone, and this is word for word. They saw the shark hone in on him, and afterwards there was a pool of blood. So yeah, I mean, accidents do happen, and unfortunately, if you're swimming with sharks, you take your life into your own hands.
Well, hold on now.
A wild animal.
I'm gonna blame the DJ for playing that dun 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 dun, music and pumping them up too.
Yeah, that could have. Yeah, it was Mako baiting.
Or the what was it? Bite the kid, don't bite the kid, baby. Bite the kid, don't tip the boat open. No, something like that. Mako baiting. Jesus Christ.
Sparky, what do you got, brother? Quick, save the kid. Use the shark repellent. Apparently going back to the old Batman times.
Yeah. And if you're wondering what shark repellent was made out of, it is apparently the ooze coming out. It's Madonna's bacteria.
There you go. That's perfect.
It's just all repellent. Madonna's bacteria. It just repels. If you wanted an animal plant Madonna, you would just say, "Watches the Madonna repels away her prey."
Yeah.
Holy Lord, we got some problems.
All right, that finishes up our day for the lovely time out in the interweb.
Yeah, man, We might have a guest on next week. We might not have a guest on. You never know. It doesn't matter. We still do one thing very well. We put out the most solid content on the internet today. We go live on Facebook every Monday night. You can find us on Spreaker, Spotify, YouTube, Deezer, Pocket Cast, GeoRio. Sparky, am I missing anyone there?
The Facebook Live video.
Amazon, we go live every Monday on Facebook.
Amazon, YouTube.
Amazon, YouTube. You type in the Podguyz Podcast. We're going to be pretty impossible not to find.
Yeah.
If you like what you hear, play it in your car. I was actually listening to our show, and I forgot that it was our show. I swear to God. Do you ever do that, Tony?
Every once in a while, yeah.
So I was like playing it, and then like 20 minutes in, I was laughing, and I'm like, who are these guys? And I'm like, oh, shit.
Oh, that's us.
I swear to God. I totally forgot we have a plethora full of different guests, ideas that are coming up. From my end, sometimes I bring on some good people, sometimes not. Tony is normally the mastermind of rummaging through. He does not get anyone to come on the show that is terrible. We do have one blip up every now and then, and every now and then, person comes on, and you're like, Tony, I don't know if that was. The guy's got like a garbage bag over his head.
Yeah. This is either going to be a boom or a bust.
Oh, yeah. There's been 95% boom rate and 5% where you're like, what?
Oh, yeah.
Happened there? But we're not 1,000%. We're dealing on a shoestring budget. Like it takes the government $3 million to kill off somebody that is going to be sent into the electric chair, when they should really just consult a murderer who's doing it on no budget at all. You know
how much the government actually pays the prisons for one prisoner per day?
How much money do they launder?
$10,000 on average.
$10,000 on average.
On average, $10,000 a prisoner a day, in order to house, feed, and recreate a prisoner in the United States.
Huh. Well, if you've ever been to prison, okay, you were really wondering where the hell that money is.
Yeah.
Because
all of it.
You don't get the feeling of $10,000 room. I've been in a $10,000 room before, both in prison and both in a hotel, where you're like, these don't feel the same at all.
Not even close. Yeah.
Yeah. So I really would want. Are they not done paying off the building? Is that what's going on?
I don't know what happened.
Show me where the fucking money. Show me where the $10,000 is going. The food? Are they being given caviar? No, I don't think so. Okay, so that can't be it either. So I love when I hear those statistics too, Tony, because it doesn't really filter in my logic pattern. It's almost like they're made up numbers to make everybody angry at prisoners. They're like, those prisoners, they have it too good. Like, what the fuck? Dude, watch one episode.
They should work on a $7,000 a day budget.
watch one episode of Locked Up and you tell me that they're fucking living their dream, Like, that's not to imply that everybody in prison is innocent or whatever, but they're basically acting as if a sack of money of $10,000 is whipped directly at a prisoner every day. And then when they get out of jail, they're like, hey, can I have a job? And everybody that heard that statistic said, sir, you're in a $10,000 a day room. What the fuck could be so traumatic about your life? I bet you can't wait to go back. Yeah.
Like a luxury vacation.
Yeah, like I don't get it. Like death row, they're keeping people on death
row penitentiary where you can stay and live like a king.
You could literally, you could mistakenly burn down death row and still done your job more efficiently by mistake. I'm just throwing it out there. If you did it by mistake, if you're like, oh, the whole prison caught on fire and all the prisoners on death row are dead.
You know what I had to eat at our lovely stay in the penitentiary? Hot dogs on white bread.
Yeah, hot dogs, white bread, bean, and a fuck you banana. It's like, How much did you pay for this banana? That's an $80 banana right there, sir. That hot dog costs $4,000. Your fucking mattress over there costs $20,000 a day. You fucking jerk offs. That's government math there for you.
Yeah.
It feels like government math, which unreal. Like there's government math and there's private industry math, where the CEO is like, well, I need to get my paycheck. That's
Agreed.
Yeah,
you're not wrong. Guys, we're the Podguyz Podcast. Tune in for us every Monday, 10:15 Eastern Standard Time. I'm Tony Kaz.
Kevin Neary.
Of course, the ever-loving Picasso. Oh.
Man, some genius today. Genius this week.
Genius today. I love it. I love the fucking on point, buddy. Should have listened. Guys, have a great night. Make sure you share, tune in, share, like, subscribe, do all the things. Go to YouTube, go to Spotify, get us paid. Share. We love it. Have a great night, guys. Be good to one another. Bye.